Yeah, good morning, children. In last class, we learned about in third lesson, we learned about some of the things called revolution and rotation. So we came to know the meaning of revolution, rotation. What is the time taken to complete one revolution? Time taken to complete one rotation? Orbit, axis, equinox, solstice. And in solstice, there are two types, that is summer solstice and winter solstice. So these were the things which we learned in the last lesson. And even we sort out some of the exercises, like fill in the blanks, guess the answer. So this and all was done in the last class. Today, we are going to learn the new chapter. That is the fourth chapter, temperature zones of the world. What do you mean by temperature, children? Can anyone tell? What is the meaning of temperature? Temperature can be either it can be hot or cold. So here the meaning of temperature is nothing but either it can be hot or cold. So this is called as temperature. So you have seen or you have been noticed that some days what happens, or sometimes or some hours will be very sunny, means the sun will be shining brightly. Suddenly what happens, when it is very sunny, suddenly it changes into a cloudy weather. So what happens when in morning it's little sunny. Sunny is nothing but it's little hotter. Okay. So in the morning it is sunny. What happens by all of a sudden? What happens here in the afternoon? In the afternoon, what happens? It just becomes cloudy and dark. So what happens? It just becomes very cloudy and dark with all of a sudden, or with a sudden change. What happens? When morning was sunny, suddenly it's going to change. The weather is going to change. By afternoon, it becomes very cloudy and dark. And night. So night, we would not expect, oh, it won't rain. If it is cloudy, it rains. But what happens here? There is no cloudy also. We won't think that it won't rain. We'll be thinking in our mind like that only. But all of a sudden, what happens? It just begins to rain. So what do you think over here? Either it can be day to day or hour to hour. When there is changes in the atmosphere, what is the meaning of atmosphere, children? atmosphere. Atmosphere. What is here? What do you mean by atmosphere? Atmosphere is nothing but it is a blanket of air. The blanket of air is called as atmosphere. And here in atmosphere there are many gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. So that is called as atmosphere. So what happens here? Day to day or hour to hour, changes in atmosphere. Changes in atmosphere is called as what? It is called as weather. So the meaning of weather is nothing but, see, I told you, morning it will be little sunny. All of a sudden what happens in the afternoon, it will just becomes cloudy and dark. We doesn't know. Oh, the sun is shining very brightly. Oh, it will be little hotter today. It won't be cold. You will be thinking. But all of a sudden what happens? The sunny turns into a dark and cloudy day. So it's just changing hour to hour or day to day. So here the meaning of weather. The meaning of weather is nothing but day to day or are to above changes in atmosphere is called as weather. So now we just came to know the meaning of weather. So the next one, let us know about the climate. So let us learn now the climate. So now you came to know what is the meaning of weather. Weather is a day-to-day or hour-to-hour changes in the atmosphere is called as weather. Now let us come to climate. What do you mean by climate? Children, example. Example, in North Pole and South Pole. So, example, I'm just giving you an example for climate. See here, in North Pole and South Pole, either it can be Antarctic or Arctic Circle. So, in this region, you all know that Antarctic continent is called as white continent. Why it's called as white continent? Because it is all throughout the year, it is covered by ice sheets. It's always covered with ice sheets and it is covered by snow all throughout the year. Right? So, what happens here in North and South Pole? In North and South Pole, what happens? Here, in North Pole, the Arctic Circle is present, and in the South Pole, Antarctic continent is present. You all know that Antarctica continent is also called as white continent. Why it is called as white continent? Because it is covered by snow and ice sheets all throughout the year. Here, there is no any weather conditions seen here. All throughout the years, many years and years. Either it can be 30 to 40 years, there won't be changes in weather. So, such situation is called as climate. So, now let us know the definition of climate. So, now let us know the climate, the definition of climate. Climate is nothing but the weather conditions of a place where over a long period of time. So, weather condition of a place over a long period of time is called as climate. It can be for 30 to 40 years. Here the weather doesn't change for 30 to 40 years. It will remain same. It can be like sunny or rainy. All the time it will be very cold. And it is covered by snow or ice. Example are Antarctic and Arctic circles. Here the climatic conditions do not change. Here the climate doesn't change. It remains the same for 30 to 40 years. So such situation is called as climate. And why do we depend on climate? So here the climate changes very slowly. Here the climate changes in some of the places. It just takes some time. Or it just changes very slowly. It just changes very slowly and take thousands of years. It just takes thousands of years to change the climate. So that is why it is considered as climate change. So because of climate we can just determine. So with the climatic condition we can determine the animal life, the plants which grow in the regions according to their climatic conditions, and the way of living people. The food which we have, the food diet, clothing and diet. So here the climatic conditions just depends on the animal life, plants, living of people, the way of people living in that area, clothing and diet. What do you mean by diet, children? Diet is nothing but the food which the people and the animals eat in that particular place is called as diet. So animal life. Now let us come to animal life. Animal life in North Pole or South Pole. Either it can be in Arctic or Antarctic Circle. So you have all know that in Antarctica there are many species of animals. Example like penguins, polar bears. So now the polar bear cannot survive in the hotter places like deserts. Now the polar bear is adapted to cold climatic conditions, whereas here the polar bear cannot stay in deserts because deserts have more hot. It will be more hotter. When we adapt this polar bears to deserts, what happens? It cannot survive. It cannot live. It just dies. So here the polar bear is adjusted to the climatic conditions of cold regions. And even the penguins also, it is adjusted to the cold climatic condition. So this is how the animals adjust to their climatic conditions. Next, the plants. So example plants, we'll just take Antarctica only. So every time the region is covered by ice and snow. So what happens here? A fungus, or here the plants which grows are mosses or lichens. It's a base plant which will be growing in the cold region. Living of people. The people who live in Antarctica is called as, or the people who live in cold climatic conditions, they are known as Eskimos. This is a type of people who live in cold climatic conditions. Clothing and diet. How will be the clothing and diet in the cold climatic conditions? The clothing will be always they wear animal skins, animal furs, sweaters, because it is very cold here. So they will be wearing some of the woolen clothes or the animal furs to prevent from the cold. And the diet will be, they will be having some hot coffees or hot drinks. Keep themselves heat. So these are the things which we learned in this part. Next, the next one which we are going to learn is about the next one which we are going to learn is about the So the next one which we are going to learn is about the factors affecting the climate of a place. Okay. So here the next subtopic which we are learning in this lesson will be the factors affecting the climate of a place. It depends on the place where the climate can be found. So here in this, the first factor which we will be going to learn is about the latitude or distance of a place from the equator. So the first one, under factors affecting the climate of a place, in this subtopic, we are just going to learn the first point, that is the latitude or distance of a place from the equator. Children, now the longest latitude or the largest latitude on the earth is called as equator, and it is 0 degree latitude, and that region is called as equator. So in the first lesson, in the second lesson which I taught you, that was here there are different types of latitude, and the main latitude and the important latitude is equator, and I said you that the sun rays falls directly over the equator, and all the time it will be very hot because the sun rays is falling directly on the equator. So what happens? Places near the equator are hotter than the places away from it. So what happens? Here the sun rays are falling directly on equator. When the sun rays are falling on equator, what happens? It is very hot. This is because the equator receives direct rays from the sun. So I told you that the direct rays of the sun is falling on equator. Places away from the equator and near the poles receive slanting rays of the sun. So what happens? Here the sun rays. So now this is the sun. The sun rays is falling directly over the equator, but the sun rays over the poles is slanting. So the sun rays which are falling over north and south pole will be slant, and it doesn't receive much sunlight rays. Slanted sunlight get dispersed over a larger area. So what happens when it's just going into a slanted position? What happens? It doesn't receive much sunlight. Is done over here. Thus, the further we go from the equator towards the poles, the colder places we get. Because now we are in the equator, the sun rays are falling directly. So that is why it is more hotter and hotter. When you are just moving away from the equator to the north pole and the south poles, what happens? The places which we go more than the north or south poles, what happens? We just get colder. The places which we move away from equator towards north pole or south pole, what happens? It just becomes colder because of slanted sun rays. Slanting sun rays. So this is about the latitude or distance of the sun. one is altitude. So here, before going to this, I'll just read a paragraph. Just all of you listen. Altitude. Altitude is the height of a place above sea level. The plains gets hotter as compared to places which are situated at higher altitudes. Sunlight gets dispersed over the slopes and thus are cool. So, the higher we go, the cooler it is. For example, Bhimtal in Uttarakhand is 1370 meters above sea level and is cooler than Haldwani, which is 424 meters above the sea level. So children, here let us learn what is the meaning of altitude. Altitude is nothing but it is a height of a place. It is nothing but it is a height of a place above from the sea level. Above from the sea level. So this is called as altitude. So what happens here? The plains which are located near the seas will be little hotter. Why it is hotter? Because near the sea. So what happens? Here it will be hotter when compared to other places which are on higher altitudes. So what happens now? This is a sea level. Okay, now this is a sea level, children. So what happens? Here in sea level, here the places will be little hotter. When we move up towards the slope of the mountain, what happens? By moving up and up, what happens? It just becomes cooler. Kelege hot irutte. Because of sea, it just produces the hot breeze. When it produces the hot breeze, what happens? The surrounding near the sea will be very hot. So it will be hotter near the sea level. So what happens? When you just move up towards the slope, what happens? When you are going higher and higher, what happens? It just becomes cooler. So here the sunlight just get dispersed. So now the sunlight is falling on the slopes. So what happens? It just gets dispersed on the separate agad. Dispersed meaning is nothing but separate. Dispersed is nothing but separate. So over the slopes and it just becomes cooler in the slopes. So this is how which we get cooler when you just move towards the slope. So this is the meaning of altitude, which is high above the sea level. So example, here they have given the two examples, the places of the two examples of the places. The first one is Bhimtal. Bhimtal. Bhimtal in Uttarakhand. So this is a place in Uttarakhand. Bhimtal is nothing but it is a mountain range or the which is above the sea level, where the height of this will be 1370. That is 1370 meters above sea level. Whereas the slopes which we are moving forward will be very cool. In the places like Bhimtal in Uttarakhand, and the sea level, the height of sea level is about 1370 meters above the sea level. So this will be the first example And the second example will be the Haldwani. So there is a place called Haldwani. Here it is more cooler than. So whereas when we compare Bhimtal, here in Haldwani it will be very much cooler because here the height of sea level is just 424 meters. It's just 424 meters above the sea level. So these are the two examples of altitudes. So the next one which we are learning is about the distance from the sea. Distance from the sea. So this is the third factor which we are going to learn in this. How does that affect the climate? So the third one is distance from the sea. I'll just read once. You just listen, children. Places near the sea have a moderate climate. Moderate climate is nothing but here. So places near sea will be having the moderate climate. What do you mean by moderate? What is the meaning of moderate, children? It won't be too hot or too cold. It will be in moderate. It won't be too hot or it won't be too cold. It will be medium. So that is called as moderate. So the places near the sea will be having a moderate climate. They are neither very cold nor very hot. So I told you, either it can be very cold or either it can be very cold or too hot. During summer, warm air from the land gets heated faster, rises up and makes way for the cooler air from the sea to flow in. So what happens here during summer? During summer in seas, what happens? It just, here the warm air is got raised. Warm air is nothing but the hot air. So what happens here? When the warm air from the land is raised and it produces it makes the land heat faster. It just gets heated up faster. So what happens when the warm air from the land which is blown, when the hot air is blown from the land, what happens? The land gets heated up very faster. It can be easily heated up faster. And what happens? The warm air, it just rises up and makes way. It just makes way for the cooler air. It just makes for cooler air. It just makes cooler air from the sea. So what happens here? In the places near the sea will be having a moderate climate, whereas it cannot be too hot or too cold. So what happens during summer? What happens? here the warm air is produced. When the warm air is produced, what happens? Here the lands get heated up faster. When land got heated up faster, what happens? Here the warm air is raised towards the sea. Why it is moved towards the sea? Because to make the cooler air from the sea. So here the heated air is just moving towards the sea, and it's just making out sea to give out the cool air. Similarly, during winters, the sea remains warm and it loses heat slowly, and the sea breeze keeps the nearby places warm. So during summer, the lands get heated up, and here the warm air is just going towards the sea and making the air cooler. But during winters, what happens? During winters, what happens? What happens? Here the sea will be very warm and it loses its heat. And it loses its heat slowly, because here the sea will be very warm during the winter season. But the land cannot get heat more, or the sun rays more, because of winter. So what happens? The land loses its heat, but the sea will be very warm. So what happens here? The sea breeze. The sea breeze is nothing but the slow moving air is called as breeze. So what is the meaning of breeze? Slow moving of air is called as breeze. So what happens? Here slow sea breeze is flown out, so that what happens? Here it just makes the places around the sea warmer. So thus the sea has a moderating effect. Moderating effect, I told you the meaning of moderate. It can be either too hot or cold. So here the sea acts as a moderating effect, whereas on the coastal areas, in India, the coastal areas is nothing but Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. So these all are lying in the coastal areas. So what happens near the sea? It just makes the places little hotter, where the people who are living in coastal areas. So, thus the sea has a moderating effect on the coastal areas. Likewise, places far on the sea have extreme climate. So, what happens? The sea which is away from the places which are away from the sea will be having the extreme climate, whereas the climate will be very cool. So, the next one which we are going to learn is about the fourth factor. So the fourth factor is humidity. So now let us learn the meaning of humidity. 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 So humidity of a place is the amount of moisture or water vapor in the air. It depends on the distance from the sea. The closer the place, the higher is the humidity, because of large amount of evaporation take place from the sea. Thus, the coastal areas such as Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, Goa are humid. A lot of sweating and perspiration takes place due to humidity. So what happens here? The humidity. The meaning of humidity is nothing but the amount of moisture. It is an amount of moisture or water vapor present in the, which is present in the air. So humidity is nothing but the amount of moisture or the water vapor. You all know that the water vapor. Example, now you are just pouring in water in the vessel and you are just placing the plate on it. After some time, when you remove that the plate, you can just see some of the water droplets over the plate. So that is nothing but the water vapor or the moisture which is present in air is called as humidity. And it also, the main factor which depends on humidity, the humidity which depends on, it just depends on the distance from the sea. You can just, the factors which affect humidity is that it just affect the distance from the sea level. So what happens here, the closer the place which is higher is humidity, because why the humidity is higher near the sea regions? Why? Because here the large amount of evaporation is taken. Large amount of evaporation is taking place from where? It's just taking place from the sea. So you have learned the meaning of evaporation. What is the meaning of evaporation, children? You just make a note. Evaporation is nothing but the process. Evaporation is a process where the water changing into water vapor. So here evaporation is a process where the water changes into water vapor. So in the same way, what happens here, the amount of moisture or air, moisture or water vapor which is present in the air is called as humidity. How is this humidity factor affected? It is just affected due to the distance from the sea. So what happens when humidity, why does the humidity increases in the sea? Because here the large amount of evaporation is taken place in the sea regions. That is why the humidity is present. And you can just see the humidity in the coastal places, coastal areas like Chennai, Goa, Kolkata and Mumbai. So these are the places where you can just feel the humidity. Chennai, because Chennai is located near the Marina Beach. Marina Beach is nothing but it is a type of sea area. Whereas you can just feel little hotter, or you can just feel the humidity, or you can just feel little hotter. And even in Goa, you can just see some of the pictures in Chennai, Goa, Kolkata and Mumbai. Because they are humid places, whereas the water vapor or the moisture content will be present in this places. So what happens here, the lot of sweating takes place. So in Chennai, you all know that it is very hot. So that's why the people starts sweating. Sweating is nothing but the water coming away from the earth. In Kannada, they will just say the sheke agadu ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅರ್ಥ. So next one, sweating. The spelling of sweating is SWEATING, sweating. So next one, the new word which is called as perspiration. What do you mean by perspiration, children? Perspiration is nothing but So again here, the perspiration. Again here, the meaning of perspiration is the same as sweat. So here sweating and the perspiration is again the same meaning of sweating. So this is the two things which happens in the place where the humidity is more. So this is the fourth factor. And the next one, the factor which affects the climate is so the next factor which affects will be the winds. So what do you mean by wind? What is the meaning of wind? You all know that the meaning of wind. Wind is nothing but the moving air is called wind. Moving air is called wind. So here the wind can be of many types. Either it can be strong winds, slow winds, or breeze winds. So there are many types of winds. So I just learn once, read once, just listen. The climate of a place is also affected by the direction of winds. The place of origin of the wind determines whether it will be cool or hot. Winds blowing in from the seaside carry moisture and are cool in comparison to the winds blowing in from the deserts. So what happens? I also said you in near the sea areas. So in the sea areas, the cool breeze is going to flow. So it's in the same way, what happens when the winds which are blowing from the sea, the winds which are blowing from the sea will have cool winds. So what happens here? The wind which is, so here what happens? The place, the origin of place determines whether it is an hot wind or a cool wind. So what happens when the winds which are blowing from seaside will be, how it will be? It will just carry moisture. It will have moisture and it makes the place cool. Whereas when we compare the winds which are blowing from the desert will be hot. So the winds which are flowing from desert compared to sea side, it will be very hot. So in deserts, the hot winds are blowing, and whereas in seasides, it's moving the cold winds. So this is the fifth factor which we learned, and the last factor which affect the climate of a place will be the last factor will be the temperature and so the last factor which affects the climate of a place will be the temperature and rainfall. So I'll just read once. There is a 2 lines. The climate of a place is also determined by the amount of rainfall it receives and the temperature of that place. So nowadays in India, we are receiving the very heavy rainfall. Why we are receiving the heavy rainfall? Because the cyclones or because of monsoon winds, we are just receiving the heavy rainfalls. So nowadays you are just seeing it's raining heavily. So from since From since 1 week, we are just receiving heavy rainfalls. Why we are receiving very heavy? What? Because of monsoon rains or cyclones produced in seas. So this can be this can be the two reasons why the heavy rainfall is causing place. Either it can be due to monsoon winds or the cyclones which are produced in the seas. And we can just determine how the amount. We can just determine by having the amount of rainfall in some places and even the temperature of that place. So these are the things which we learn in this class, and I'll be giving you a small assignment over this lesson so that when you are coming for the next week, you can just bring out your homework for the corrections. So the first one is WEATHER, weather. CLIMATE, climate. ATMOSPHERE, atmosphere. ATMOSPHERE, atmosphere. SCIENTIST, scientist. HUMIDITY, humidity. BIS PERACID, this first. So the next one is SIMILARLY, similarly. So SIMILARLY, similarly. The eighth one is NPR8, moderate. PREEZD, please. EXTRME, extreme. MOISTURE, moisture. So MOISTURE, moisture. And the next one is EVAPORETION, evaporation. SWAEATING, sweating. The 14th word is PERSPIRATION, perspiration. PER, per, SPIRATION, perspiration. Comparison. 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 DETRMIND. Determine. 17th word is receipts. RECIBES. So this is the homework which I'll be giving you for today, children. So this hard words you're just going to practice. How many times you're just going to practice? 5 times. So you all are going to practice 5 times and you're just learning to pronounce. How to pronounce. So in the next class I'll be again teaching you how to pronounce the words. So I think you have understood the now which I have taught. So in the next class, let us learn the different temperature zones. So thank you, children. For today, I'll be ending up the classes for you today. Thank you, children.